I born in a middle class family. I never been behind of the money. I always been thinking about doing something different and something social impactful. So imagine 10 top 10 companies heads working on a common task apart from their original work. So most of my friends asked me that, Ravi, can you become a consultant for us? Can you come outside?
Wow.
People are very interested to accept the digital things.
Okay.
They know that there is a digital advances are there.
Right.
But many people have approached to them with the wrong products or wrong methodologies. And I was in very peak of my career, and I went back to India. Again, came back to India. The technology is a big gap.
I agree.
Okay, and that technology is what I want to bring to India.
Wow. 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 So today we have a very inspirational figure in the form of Dr. Ravi, son of Pharma, moving to the PhD, post-doc in Germany, and an MBA, and being a pharma specialist, and now building a software. Breathtaking journey for sure. So today we are going to explore his journey and try to understand and get the inspiration for all of us. So Dr. Ravi, welcome to Pharma now, and it's really honor to host you here today.
Thank you very much, Ravindra. So I'm really happy to be sharing my journey with you.
Fantastic. I think I will start from that one chord. Being a son of farmer, right? 200 kilometers from Hyderabad to some remote location. How you build this aspiration to build such kind of company and to achieve so many accolades?
So I always been behind. I born in a middle class family. I never been behind of the money. I always been thinking about doing something different and something social impactful. And I realized that life science is something which is impactful to the humankind. So that's why my studies also I did in the life science, and especially I chosen the medicinal chemistry because that's where you learn about discovering the
So you
new
did your
medicines.
PhD in medicinal
Chemistry, yes.
Okay.
So that's where the highest impact of your life saving will come into picture. So I did drug discovery as my PhD topic. So I worked on the antibacterial drug discovery.
Okay.
And when I'm doing a drug discovery, a lot of technologies are not available in India. This is in way back in 2002, 2003 time. And that time, first time I heard about a molecular molding, which is useful for the drug discovery.
Okay.
Being a core chemist, I never heard about this. And it is available only in one lab in Hyderabad Central University to learn. So I used to go every day to that lab to learn, even though I have not registered the PhD.
Okay.
But I just went and made some friends there
Okay.
to learn the subject.
Wow.
And then later I got PhD registered. Then I used the technology integrated with the chemistry. So we are the first group in 2004 and 5 who brought medicinal chemistry drug discovery into India. In today, after 20 years, most of the pharma companies drug discovery scientists are my friends, are my juniors now, who learned drug discovery from me.
Wow.
Or who worked with me along with me in 2004-5 time.
Right.
So you name any big pharma company drug discovery scientist, he might be is my student or maybe my colleague or maybe he was trained by me.
Wow. Wow. So you did your postdoc in Germany, right?
Germany, yes.
So what makes you come back to India?
Yeah, actually my postdoc also I did not do immediately after my PhD. My postdoc I did on a need. So because in drug discovery, I realized that we are doing a lot of computational studies and saving a lot of time and resources. But I happen to see a lot of my medicines are getting killed once they cross the drug discovery pipe to the drug development line. That means after the pre-formulation stage area. So once a pharmaceutical medicine development has 3 stages: drug discovery, pre-formulation, and drug development.
Correct.
Discovery means you are making an API, which is a core medicine. In pre-formulation, you make it's more stable, like manufacturing of that. And the drug development means you are converting into a tablet or cream or maybe injection.
Correct.
So before it gets converted into a drug development, a lot of my molecules are getting killed. Then I realized that why these are all getting killed. Then I had discovered, I got a working opportunity to work with Dr. Dr. Reddy's laboratories,
Hmm.
where I was been in between the drug discovery and drug development.
Okay.
So I was designing the molecules, and my molecules are most of them are getting killed in the late stages. Then I started discussion with my formulation scientists and pre-formulation people, and I asking them, why are you stopping that asset?
Hmm.
They tell me this has a solubility issue, this has a absorption issue. Lot of things have been claimed,
Right.
and I felt that there is always chance to revamp them, but no efforts of doing rationality is happening there.
Okay.
Then I realized that there is a lot of scope is there to do rational drug development.
Hmm.
This is in 2010 time.
Okay.
Okay, so then I thought, but the technology is not available in India. No one is doing that kind of work in India, and drug discovery itself is only just established.
Right.
And I'm talking about computational chemistry for drug development,
Right.
which is far away in the thinking as well.
Hmm.
Then I identified the people who are helping doing some work across the world, and I have identified one person who is doing the pre-formulation molding
Hmm.
in his lab in Germany, and I write so many emails to him asking that I want postdoc position.
Okay.
And one day he accepted that,
Right.
and I went I was in a very good career in Dr. Reddy's. I stopped the career and I went to my postdoc.
But I think this is a very learning point here, because a lot of students go for postdoc or doc the way, like, after the quick education, like successions,
Yes, yes.
right? They never take that break and go to the industry, learn, implement what they have learned,
Yes.
and then move to next. I think your postdoc was all about, okay, the necessity.
Necessity, yes.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, please.
Because
go on.
there is no one is there who can teach me here,
Yes.
and only 2 scientists in the world
Yeah.
who are doing the computational modeling beyond the drug discovery. Only 2
Wow.
scientists in the world.
And you got one as a mentor.
One as my mentor.
Wow, amazing.
And later he has become the chief scientist for the Pfizer. So, and later after 10 years, we found an international computational chemistry consortium.
Hmm.
So there he's been pioneer. He is the first chairman of the consortium.
Hmm.
When he's been moving out after 2 years, he has nominated me as the next chair.
Wow, big role.
Yeah. So where I was the responsibility of mentoring top 20 pharma company computational chemists in working on a common task.
Wow, amazing.
Imagine AstraZeneca computational chemistry head, Pfizer, BMS, Amgen, and all these people. I have to put them in align and make them to work on a common task.
Amazing, amazing.
And being from like somewhere in the remote area, and I could able to mentor or maybe make align. And as an output, we made
Inspiring, very inspiring, Dr. Ravi.
we made 2 important publications
Yeah.
as a collaboration. One on the solubility, one on the process chemistry.
Okay.
Utilization of the computational chemistry for process needs
Hmm.
as a drug development needs,
Hmm.
and utilization of the computational chemistry for the formulation development.
Hmm.
And we built those models, which is 2.5 years work.
Hmm.
So imagine 10 top 10 companies heads working on a common task apart from their original work, which is a subject wise,
Hmm.
and keeping them 2.5 years aligned on delivering that work.
Wow, it's very difficult, very challenging.
And we delivered it successfully, and we published that work.
Wow.
And after that, I made one more consortium also. 2 consortiums I delivered in 6 years with complete publications delivered. It's not like only making some consortium and conducting some meetings and halfway you leave it. So
Wow.
keeping them aligned for 2.5 years consistently, making them work and do the real work and delivering back and writing and publishing that work.
Amazing.
And I could able to deliver that. I got a good satisfaction about those things.
So,
And-
so you were having such a flourishing career in drug discovery area. How you land up in software?
Yeah, so this is a very good question. So people who work with me in the Dr. Reddy's, like example, soluble to screening conventionally done, like you have to take 10-15 solvents and put your API everywhere. Then you visually see and submit HPLC. It's all a 1 week time.
Yeah.
And you consume the costly API, especially in the NCE companies and all, like Lilly and all. NCEs, they synthesize in 1 gram, 2 grams. Very costly. You don't have luxury to do all the things. And in generics also, if you are working on the phase 2 molecule, phase 3 molecule, first to file, your again API is very costly.
Correct.
But if you are not able to identify a good solvent, you have to screen, if this 20 done, again 20,
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
So it's a time consuming, material consuming and all. So people who worked with me, they did screening of the solvent screening. They used to give me the structure. I screen all ICH approved solvents, all, not 10, 15, all solvents, and I give them the top 10 list.
Okay.
If they test, it will come soluble.
Okay.
That's all they have to do. They
Right.
come to me and ask, Ravi, I want this is structure. I want to know what is a good solvent, what is a bad solvent. I give them the 5 solvents of good solvent, 5 solvents of bad solvent. They take that, they test in the lab, and it works. They've done that work.
Okay, great.
Once they move out of my company, they're calling me and asking, Ravi, I'm doing 20 solvent screenings, 40 solvent screenings, 50 solvent screenings. I'm feeling like I went back 5 years back in my career,
Right.
and I'm not feeling that thing. And same happened with my Lilly colleagues also, who went out of my lab, other companies and all,
Correct.
for solid state screening, polymer screening. They were feeling that this technology is missing. Then I realized that when I worked also with International Competition Consortium, when I was talking about what is the most important problem we have to work, the whole list of things are there.
Correct.
And to be frank, almost all of them I worked already in my existing companies, and the already models are ready.
Right.
But I can't give them access because they are in outside companies.
Correct.
So most of my friends asked me that, Ravi, can you become a consultant for us? Can you come outside
Wow.
and
Amazing.
give me polymorph screening service?
Correct.
Give me solid state screening service, solubility service, stability prediction service. Then I said, okay, if I am doing one, how many companies I can serve?
Correct.
Okay, and these are niche technologies which I built. Okay, what happens if suddenly something happens to me? I learned it right from Dr. Reddy's to the Germany to the Lilly. All 11, 12 years I built brick by brick. But during COVID time, I felt like scared. What happens if something happens to me? Where all these technologies will go?
Correct.
Then I realized I have to make a book. And after I felt that, okay, how many people reads the books?
Wow. Correct. Agreed.
Then I decided, okay, I'll make softwares.
Oh, amazing. The journey seems very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I'll make the softwares and I'll make this technology available to everyone.
Right.
And I'll make it so easy in a way that they don't need me to do the same calculations.
Okay.
They can do on their own at the same level of accuracy, same level of precision.
Correct. Right.
So I made it so user friendly and I made it very accurate and I packed all my knowledge into software.
So basically, the things which you were doing in Dr. Reddy's, you converted that into a code.
Yes. No, so this is not Dr. Reddy's, it's a subject.
Yeah.
It's an evolved subject. It's subject
Agreed,
of computer aided formulation design.
Right.
This is a subject which I am started incorporating to the science.
Right.
It's a completely new subject, computer aided formulation design. So this is a subject I'm expanding.
Wow, amazing. So what is the efficiency you achieved through this software now?
Okay. So example, and in services I know, like example, we did in last 4 years 70 plus projects we have done
Okay.
to top 10 pharma companies in India.
Okay.
So we got 85% accuracy.
Wow, it's huge.
Yeah. So all big pharma companies like Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, Glenmark, everyone is our client, and they are not only one-time clients; they are recurring clients.
Correct.
Today in our list we have all big CROs like Origin, who has 5,000 plus chemists working on every day. We have the Dr. Reddy's, all these big companies. They consistently using our software and they kept it in their SOPs also.
Okay.
They have seen it so successful that if the PharmDem says one formula is stable, if they found in the lab it is somehow it is wrong, they are not questioning the PharmDem. They are questioning their analytical person. What is the wrong you did?
That's, I think, a success of your software.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have seen consistently it is coming correct.
Correct.
Why one time it gets failed?
Correct.
So it happened 3 times actually.
Right.
2 times with two big companies. Software is consistently telling that these formulations will be stable, but analytical person told that this is not stable formula.
Correct.
Then formulator did not came to us. Directly questioned the formulator, the analytical person, something you did a mistake, you please check. And they realized that there is a mistake there.
Amazing. So after COVID period, I think AI, ML, deep tech has been now dominating drug discovery like anything.
Yes.
Of course, lot of things are buzz. Still, lot of use cases are yet to come.
Yet to come. Yes.
But I think in your current software, how are you implementing those strategies?
Yeah. So I did not went only alone with the AML.
Hmm.
AML it means AI is basically you feed the data and it lets.
Correct.
Machine learning you already have a database and you build a model, it's fixed.
Right.
So, but my model doesn't work on the data.
Hmm.
It works on the first principles,
Okay.
like F equal to ma. As long as you have mass and acceleration, you can predict the force.
Hmm.
It doesn't require hundreds of data points.
Okay.
It doesn't require a huge database to establish.
Okay.
Example, Schrodinger equation. Schrodinger equation is published in 1850s. That time there is no concept of data at all.
Hmm.
But Schrodinger equation is a fundamental equation which makes the engines. All engines runs based on the Schrodinger equation.
Right.
But engines came in the live in 1950s.
Hmm.
Equation is established in 1850s.
1850. Yeah.
So
A
in science,
century.
we have the two kinds of scientists in science: fundamental scientist and application scientist.
Application scientist. Yeah.
So I focused on application science.
Hmm.
There are hundreds of equations are established, are published by a lot of academicians.
Hmm.
So I focused on utilizing them for the industry need.
Hmm.
So I use Schrodinger equation to make engine. That's my concept.
Right.
An engine can be taken by some companies to make people friendly. So
Correct.
I started using the fundamentals of the chemistry and physics and use them into the proper AML models,
Hmm.
integrate science and technology, and make real application.
Correct.
Today, a salt screening is done in the lab for 2 months project.
Hmm.
You have to do all 72 solvents, multiple combinations, etc., etc.
Right.
If someone uses my software, he can do salt screening in 1 day.
Wow.
1 day, he can complete all salt screening of
So it will
72,
enhance the productivity like anything.
anything. And he identify the top 5 salts where is high possibility there. And tomorrow, he do the salt testing
Right.
and submit for stability.
And I think it will also save a lot of resources.
Lot of resources. 40% of resources will be saved.
Wow. It's a huge.
Yeah, and 30 to 35% of project time is saved.
Amazing.
And analytical burden is saved by 60%.
Wow. Wow.
And this is the future. So people one day or other day, they have to turn into this path.
Hmm.
That's why even our market.
What is the acceptance of this kind of software in pharma industry now?
Yes, this is a very, very good question again. In pharma, people are very interested to accept the digital things.
Okay.
They know that there is a digital advances are there.
Right.
But many people have approached to them with the wrong products or wrong methodologies.
Hmm.
So I heard from one of the big pharma company,
Hmm.
they clearly told to me that, Dr. Ravi, we always say good supporters of digital technologies.
Hmm.
We invested 25 lakhs in one of the company who came and said that we can do a very good process modeling and all.
Hmm.
We spent 6 to 7 months of time and a lot of money, but the end result was failed.
Hmm.
And after that, company has lost the faith on the digital things.
Hmm.
This is a common story we are hearing in many companies.
No,
big companies.
I can vouch to that because I also run a software company and whoever comes to me, they always come with a burned hands.
Yes. Yes.
Right? So not only in India, wherever like I'm going to US, I have a client in US or various countries. Whenever I first time approach them, they have burned their hand with someone.
Yes. Yes. So there is no problem with the people mindset, I would say.
Hmm.
The problem is with identifying the right combination.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. The modeling and digital things is differs between the person who is implementing it,
Hmm.
the tools which he is using, and the expectations he is setting to the client.
I think the expectations are very important.
Okay. So if someone is able to do these 3 things properly, then you have a success rate. And so far, in my
Well said.
last 19 years of career,
Hmm.
I have dealt with very, very complex projects.
Hmm.
The complex projects live in a way that there is no literature at all. Even one article is present in that particular project on the topic. Example, I'll tell you, I did established peptide solubility mold
Okay.
in 2018. Now we are in 2024.
Hmm.
Even today, there is no single literature article on how to do peptide solubility mold, predict the peptide solubility in organic solvents.
Hmm.
Even a single article is not
So
there.
it's a pure innovation, I can say.
Yeah. And I did peptides permeation modeling as well in 2019. Even today, small molecule permeation modeling also is not published in the literature. I'm
Wow.
talking about peptide permeation.
So along with the software, you are still doing drug discovery part also?
No. In my previous companies,
Acha, okay.
yeah.
No, I think that's the passion of entrepreneur. That is what the entrepreneur is all about. Taking a risk, follow the passion, and you did it really amazingly.
No, I did not take in the risk for the financial needs. I don't want to become a 10,000 company owner.
Correct.
I came out only because my subject is limited with one company. I wanted to expand this subject to all the companies,
Wow.
especially to Indian pharma companies.
Wow.
I want to bring all these international technologies which I exposed in last 6-7 years, including NCE making technology, including the drug development technologies which I established. It not only to Dr. Reddy's, to all the pharma companies.
And I think which is a very necessity right now, right?
Yes.
So I was reading to the interview of Kiran Muzumdar,
Yes.
Biocon. She was talking about India has a huge contribution in vaccine manufacture, API manufacturing. But when it comes to the value,
Yes.
we are only at 2%.
Yes.
We don't have patents, so many patents which are commercialized. I think our investment and debt front is very slow. Right now, of course, situations are changing after COVID for sure. But still, we are far behind value creation.
I agree. I add you one point there. If people are doing the same processes for 10 years, okay, how can you be able to add a new value?
Yeah.
So I read one paper article of Dr. Narayana Murthy, Infosys founder,
Yeah.
and it should be there in my first event now, which is almost it's a 30 years back article.
Oh, okay. I would love to read that.
Okay, 30 years back in Inadu Telugu paper I read. I used to have a habit of reading every day newspaper.
Correct.
I don't have luxury of getting newspaper. I used to go to my neighbor's house, who is a teacher. I used to go to his home every day in the evening to read the newspaper. So I read one article which stated that if you are doing the same work which you are doing 8 hours today, tomorrow you should be able to do in 6 hours. Then only you will have a time of 2 hours to learn new things.
Right. Agreed.
Okay, that somehow it went into my brain very hard and fast. So my entire career is behind that. If I am doing some work today for 8 hours, tomorrow I should be able to cut down it to 7 hours or 6 hours.
True
And
that.
only way to cut it down is the technology.
I agree.
So same applies to pharma industry also. If your project timelines and your value of the project, see today you are doing 100 million value project, 10 years back also you did 100 million value project only.
Right.
And you have your pipeline for next 5 years also 100 million, 200 million projects only.
Right.
Because your human resources, your practices are same. Same practices 10 years, same practices you are doing now also.
Correct.
You are not able to courage to take high value projects.
Right.
Why are you not targeting something of 500 million projects? Only 3-4 companies in India are able to dare to take complex generic projects. Remaining are comfortable in doing the low-hanging generic projects. Very high complex, 505 B2s. Not many companies are doing. NC is the next generation thing. Okay, not in this generation, no one is thinking of NCs. Okay, so the other if you see in the US or Europe, even startup companies are doing the NCs.
I think innovation is what they every day vouch about.
So I was actually, before I went to US, I was always thinking about what is missing, why we are not able to do NCs, why we are not able to make drugs. Don't we have the money? Yes, we have the money.
Yeah.
Even you don't have the money, there are hundreds of investors are there to invest on the companies. Okay, a small company, a small startup is able to generate the money in Europe and the US, and we have big pharma companies. If they wanted to raise the funds, easily they will be able to raise. It's not about money; it's something different. I was not always thinking about this money. When I went to the US, then I was searching for this answer. What is the difference between Indian companies and US companies?
Right.
Even small startup is doing this research, drug discovery here, NC projects here.
Right.
But in big 20 years old companies, 30 years old companies in India, they are not picking up the NC projects. What is the courage difference? I realized there are two things that are there. One is the thought process. In Europe and US, they're directly going with NC projects. They are directly fixed their mind that I wanted to make only NC projects.
Correct.
No safe zone. Hit a big goal.
Correct.
And they raise the funds. And the companies also, based on the pitching, the way you pitch
Hmm.
and all, money automatically comes.
Right, right.
The ability of raising the funds is very high there.
Hmm.
This is not about money, it's the ability of raising the funds.
Hmm.
Money is there in India also, it's there in there also.
Correct.
We need 7,000 crores to make a medicine.
Hmm.
Today's India GDP is 20 lakhs above.
Hmm.
It's not about, we don't have the money.
Hmm.
We have 1-2 companies itself, they are close to 10, 5-6 lakhs are on their own worth
Yeah, in terms of valuation. Yeah.
in rate of valuation. Okay, if a company owned 5 lakhs crores, it doesn't have 10,000 crores to make a new medicine. It's not about money, it's about technology.
Hmm.
The technology is a big gap.
I agree.
Okay, and that technology is what I want to bring to India.
Wow, wow, wow. I think best wishes, Dr. Ravi, for this. I'm sure with this passion, you will certainly achieve this feat. And wherever you need our help, let us know. We will certainly be there to help you on this mission. So it's really wonderful talking to you.